Hi, this is Lydia, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make French macarons.
So what you will need for this recipe is powdered sugar, almond flour, salt, 3 eggs, sugar, vanilla, food coloring, a strainer, measuring spoons, and parchment paper, 2 spatulas, an offset spatula, and a food processor. First, what you're going to do is take out your eggs and separate the whites and the yolks. I used my hands because it's just a lot easier. After this, set them aside. Now what we are going to do is put the almond flour, powdered sugar, and also the salt into the food processor, and what we're going to do is press the on and off button about 15 or 20 times, which is called pulsing, and this will help them to get even finer, and then after that we're just going to put them in the sift. Right now what I'm doing is putting all the dry ingredients into the sifter, and this will just make sure the top is nice and smooth on the cookies, and they'll just be super fine. Now that we have our dry ingredients, we can move on to our wet. So I've just added the egg whites into the bowl of the stand mixer, and just adding half a teaspoon of salt to stabilize the egg whites. With the whisk attachment, I am just going to start whisking it up. And we're just going to do this until it's really frothy and not see-through anymore. And now I'm just going to slowly take the granulated sugar and very slowly again just add it into the egg whites and salt, and then start making our meringue. And so just little by little adding that granulated sugar. I've added the sugar and it's just whisking. So for your meringue, I just wanted to show you that this is what it's supposed to look like. So it looks like a little snowy mountain that just keeps its shape, doesn't fall over. So now I'm just adding the vanilla extract, half a teaspoon, to our bowl, and I'm gonna mix that up. And after that, we're just gonna add a little bit of the gel food coloring, and remember, a little goes a long way with this. And gel food coloring, I've learned, works a lot better than liquid. And now I'm going to add the two wet and the dry together, and this process is called macaronage. So 1/3 at a time of the dry ingredients, I'm gonna add it to the wet ingredients. And with my spatula, I'm gonna just kind of fold it in, but with a special technique called macaronage, and I do it kind of vigorously and a little aggressively. So I'm just gonna keep going with that, and add some more of my dry ingredients as I keep going. And you just have to be very patient with these because macarons are really tricky, and to master them you just have to be very patient. So with the last third of the dry ingredients, I'm just going to keep folding, and at a certain point we're going to try the figure 8 method, which just means you take a little bit of the batter on the spatula, and so now I'm make a figure 8 with it. Our piping bag with a round tip, and placing it in a cup so it's easier to put the batter in, and just scooping the batter right into the cup so we can pipe out the macarons later. Piping little 4 dots on the corners of the baking sheet, and then I'm going to take parchment paper and pipe out my macarons, which are normally 1.5 inches wide, with at least 1 inch in between each of them, so that they don't touch each other as they're baking. Now I'm going to do one of the most important parts, dropping the tray. So I'm going to take 2 parallel sides, pick it up a little bit off the table, and just bang it 3 or 4 times, and just to get all the little air bubbles out. And now you're going to have them rest for about 45 minutes. And this is just going to be before you bake them. And so they're just going to sit. And this is a good time to set your oven to 300 degrees Fahrenheit. Now that they have rested, you can pop them right in the oven for in that 300 degrees for about 17 minutes. Now they're just gonna bake, and you can prepare your frosting and decorations. So the macarons are ready. They did crack a little bit, but they still look beautiful, and they're ready to cool. Now I have my decorations prepared. I have some bronze pearl dust and some vanilla buttercream I made prior to the video. And I'm just putting a little bit in the inside and sandwiching 2 cookies together so it looks like your classic macaron. And I have the bronze dust that I'm just gonna tap out and use a paintbrush that is clean and just dust it over the top to give it a nice glittery pretty look. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and do the rest.
Hi, this is Lydia, and so these are what the macarons turned out as, and I just put them in this really cute jar. Thanks for watching this video, and have a great day.